Okay, I am back and I've had to make a couple command decisions. I re-looked at some stuff actually on the project that I was intending to build, and I realized it would take the next 3 days of videos just to be able to cover all the code that is required for it. So I went back and made it a simpler system because I'm not showing you how to code pure basic and play with images and put sprite sheets together and all of that kind of stuff. What I'm trying to show you is how to use ClassBuilder to build your applications. So what I have done is come back here and let's look at our main screen. If you'll recall, we have a really cool list icon that we built. So I decided let's go ahead and put that list icon here. And then I've modified the sprite sheet to the top half is all the same, but instead of trying to build the sprite sheet out with scroll areas and images that change and all of that, I just made it a simple list of tiles. And to make it kind of nice, the idea is as you select a tile here, it'll show up as his image over here. So you can scroll down this and it'll pop up over here. And then when you add a tile, which I did not give you a capability of doing, it will come up here and we can add the tile in here. I'm going to get rid of rotate. We're not going to be doing any of that. Okay, so we can save this and let's go ahead and build that. Let's see. Yes, I want to replace it. Yes, and we'll close it down here. And let's go give us the capabilities to add and delete tiles. So on Sprite Sheet, come on, little machine. Here we go. What we're going to do is let's go ahead and spread this down a little bit and slide these guys down a little bit. That looks more better. And let's go in and put a, let's see, we'll use the button image guys. And we'll make this 50 by 50. And then we can copy him and put him over here. So, there. All right, so you'll be add, and then you can be remove. And we'll come in here and say, okay, I threw in some additional graphics. So we can use a red X as his primary vision, and no, I want to keep you the right size. And we'll put a green one as his pressed image. And then we'll reverse that over here. We'll come in and put the plus sign as green. And gotta answer the question. No. And then the pressed image will be red. So I find it very rare that you get to see the pressed image, but no big deal. As long as it's there is all that matters to me. So we, whoops, I hit save as. Great. So we will save that as, oh, no, Sprite Sheet. And, yep. And now let's go ahead and create the code out of it. And you remember all of this, so we can just say yes and overlay. So that's all done. The next thing we have to do, if you're following along, is go to, we have to consolidate all of those up. So we'll come over to forms, and I'll do a video on this later. I've added the ability to add some options in here. So, but anyhow, all of this is good. You'll be able to ignore the resize or eliminate hide form if you want. I want to keep the hide form and I want to ignore the resizing. So this is actually an acid test. Let's run that again. I'm not sure what button I hit. So I also got rid of that pop-up message at the end that said he ran, because that kind of annoyed me. I don't know. We're testing. So that puts all of that in place. Now let's go revisit ClassBuilder. So you're probably wondering, goodness, how does that affect ClassBuilder? Well, actually not too terribly much. Let's go to Sprite Sheet, and what we have is, instead of a list gadget here, we're going to change him to say, use the list icon. We flagged 3 fields down here to be part of the list icon, so he'll handle that beautifully for us. And on tile, we did give us a list icon here. Yes, very good. So we have the list being generated for the name. Ooh, we didn't hook name in. That could be bad. Normally, I find I missed linking stuff up in ClassBuilder. And when the code doesn't generate what I think it ought to, and I go back and look and go, oh, yeah, I forgot to select that. So that pretty much covers all our ClassBuilder change. None of this affects the database, but it will affect our objects. No, it doesn't affect. Well, we can check. Let's see. Trying to think if any of that did. Yes, let's use the compare utility, and absolutely no changes to the objects. Isn't that awesome? So we don't have any database layer changes, but I can guarantee you, oh wait, we have one other change. Let me see, we selected no list. Well, now we have a list of tiles. So that's the biggie that I wanted to put in here. So we can go ahead and generate this again, and we will export and use the compare utility. You can see the volume of code that gets affected, and I'm going to just push everything over and say, yep, just accept it all. This is a first build. So that's one of the things I want to point out to you on using ClassBuilder. If you change your hierarchy of your classes as to who's the parent, who's the child, add a second child, when you're all done messing around, all you got to do is regenerate the code, and presto, you have your objects the way you want, and then it's just a matter of linking the actual objects to your screen. So we've kind of separated the pieces out in ClassBuilder that lets us do that.